Now, let me explain to you quickly what is simple and what is compound. Simple interest is you take an item, I buy X item, and I buy it over a period of 3 years at 15% per annum. So all we'll do, we'll plug it in, and I will find out what is my total amount that I'm going to be paying. It's simple, it's straightforward. Compound interest means it's per annum. So if it was 15%, so you will then take your original amount plus your interest for year 1. Your year 2 will be your new interest amount, include your principal plus your interest of last year, and then interest will be compounded on that for year 2. For year 3, the first 2 years principal plus interest would be your new principal. You add on interest, and that will, so it's being compounded. And that's what happens when you buy a house. That is why you find that you take out a loan for 800,000, you end up paying 3-4 million rand, you pay it over a period of say 30 years, and you'll find that your 800,000 that you originally borrowed from the bank is only being reduced after the 20th year of payments, because for the first 20 years or for the first 15 years you are only repaying the interest, because the interest is being compounded every month. Okay, so these are concepts that you need to understand when we are dealing with interest. Now, question comes, when do we use simple interest? When do we use compound interest? Obviously the question will say simple interest. So we use it when we want to calculate simple interest. If the question had to ask explicitly, if they had to use the word simple interest in the problem. We'd also use it for hire purchase agreements, HP, which we all very familiar with. Hire purchase agreements. And every single human being, I think, I'm taking an assumption, in South Africa right now, is by some or other way connected to a hire purchase agreement, right? What is a hire purchase? Now, normally we call it HP. So many of you heard the term, or some of you heard your parents talk about an HP. I need to take out an HP. HP means a hire purchase. It's H-I-R-E, not H-I-G-H-E-R, not higher and lower. It's higher. You're hiring money from the bank. So if you want to buy an item and you want to borrow money and you want to pay it over a period of time, that is called an HP agreement, and it will include interest. And that hire purchase agreement is simple, always calculated as simple interest, not as your compound interest agreement. So hire purchase agreements are offered by everyone in the country. Furniture shops, electronic shops, your big stores, go to them. You can then buy something on credit. That is called your hire purchase agreement. Okay. We also use the simple interest for depreciation and for straight line depreciation. What does the word depreciation mean? It means something that is being scrapped, right? So you buy an item for say 10,000, in 5 years time that item is worth 2,000. Everything depreciates. Besides, those of you who are doing accounting, do you know what doesn't depreciate? The only thing that doesn't depreciate is land. Land appreciates, everything else, motor vehicles, equipment, everything else depreciate. It becomes scrap. It gets a book value. And that's where we will be using depreciation, straight line depreciation. And the formula is simple interest, A equals P into 1 minus I times N. So this is where we change the positive to the negative. Now guys, I hope you are following this. I hope you got your books and pens and taking this down. We're cutting for an ad break. When we get back, we're starting with compound interest and we will go into further examples. Boys and girls, enjoy your break.